This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I'm really excited to be sharing some more early access footage of the Sims 4 Snowy Escape expansion pack, which is coming out for The Sims 4 this upcoming Friday, November 13th. Thank you so much to EA and the Sims team for allowing me early access to this pack to play around with it, show you guys some of the building options, and I'm really excited because I've put out a couple videos on this before. This is a couple of weeks ago now, and all of those were just base game and Snowy Escape, but I have access to all the packs now and I'm feeling really good about it. So I decided to build an apartment building. This has been something on my to-do list for absolutely ages, and originally when I was building this, I wasn't thinking it was going to be an apartment building, but it turned into one, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. This ends up being a really modern structure that's 4 different apartments. 2 of them are studio apartments, 1 is a very small 2-bedroom, and then the final one is like a lofted single bedroom. So they're all pretty small and generally modern in style, and this was just a blast and a half to do. I hope you guys like how it came out. If you're interested in downloading this, I will make sure it is up on the gallery by the time the pack comes out on Friday. And this lot costs 96,095 simoleons, and it is located in the lower district in the world of Mount Komorebi, which is called Wakaba. So that is where you can place it. You can also see the name of the lot on the upper left hand of the screen. And I think this is a 20 by 15 lot. So I'm really impressed with how much space, how much stuff I fit on such a small lot. And we're just working on some landscaping now, trying to figure out how to make it look pretty lush and green, but also keep that more structured style of this building. I do change my mind quite a bit on the landscaping, so you might just suddenly see things disappear and then return or change and not see it on camera. I had to cut a lot of that out. But right here, I'm playing around with adding these glass panels on the roof, which I really enjoyed because I end up having sort of an outdoor garden up here. I don't have any doors that make it accessible. I was thinking just kind of like a green roof. And so I thought, it's covered by the roof up there. That doesn't really make any sense. So I added some glass panes, and those end up being a decorative piece on the other side on the 3rd level as well. The 2nd level roofing right here. I just thought it added a little bit more interest to the build. I was really happy with how that did turn out in the end. And then I'm just adding a sign out front. Maybe this could be the address or the name of the apartment building. And then, of course, 4 mailboxes. I hadn't even done the floor plan yet. And I was like, this is going to be 4 apartments. And I don't know why I came up with that or how. It worked out in the end. But I was a little bit worried that maybe it wouldn't be a big deal. I could just change the number of mailboxes. But I did like how it looked having the 4 there. And I'm really happy to have wall-mounted mailboxes now. I feel like that's been something I've wanted in the game for a while. We had them with Debug that came with City Living, but we didn't just have them as regular mailboxes. So it's a really nice thing to finally have. You're going to see me struggle with platforms. I understand them a lot better now, but boy, are they wonky. They're so wonky. So I was having this problem where if I split off a room with 2 different platforms and then I drew a wall, the platforms would jump up 4 or 5 ticks up. And it happened a bunch of different times. You'll probably see it and be like, why is all of a sudden the door way up there? Why is that platform so tall? I believe we're about to have that happen in here. Maybe not quite yet. When I draw out the bathrooms in the 2 downstairs apartments, because the 2 on the main floor are the 2 that are studio apartments, and I think the ones I had the most fun with, I really liked those. I love tiny apartments. I'm definitely going to be doing some tiny apartments in San Myshuno with some split leveling and stuff. I'm very excited about that. But of course, I just started building this because I had the idea for it, and then it turned into an apartment building, so I guess these are my first apartments, even though they're not technically apartments. But I suppose you could have roommates here, and then you could try to lock doors accordingly, so everyone kind of just goes and lives where they want, but you have your own apartment. I think that would probably be the best way to live in this space. Or you could probably set this as a rental in this world, and maybe you can come and rent one of the apartments during your time here. I think that would be kind of fun. I like that idea. I haven't actually built any rentals yet for this world or any of the residential worlds that are now able to be vacationed to. I definitely want to. Do I go like stereotypical and do a vacation rental in Sulani? Or what are some other fun ones? I do want to do a Sulani one. Like, I'm gonna do that at some point. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the kitchen of the first apartment. I really enjoyed this one. I was imagining that this was an apartment for a young girl and her cat, and I decorated it in that idea. So, like I said, this is one of the studio apartments, so it's very, very small, and there's something about it that I really liked. And right here, I'm just adding trash cans outside because I realized I didn't do that yet. And actually thinking back on it, I'm not positive if the very top apartment in this building has a trash can in it. I know every other apartment does, but I'm not 100% if that one does. I might have forgotten it. The sim has a cat, and this cat has everything they need. They have the food bowl, they have like the cat tree, they have the litter box. I also decided to combine a couple of the single beds here because I really liked the pattern on this one. The new double beds we got with the pack are stunning, but they're very muted, and I wanted something a little bit more colorful with more pattern and texture. So that's why I ended up using that one, and then I fit a desk in here as well. I think I really like the layout of this particular apartment. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I did imagine those giant sliding doors. Maybe they used to be like a garage door or something like that, but this building's been renovated. So they're just kind of there. They're not usable. They're just like another wall, and I actually really like the texture that adds to the space. So I was happy with having that right against where the bed is. You can see I'm hanging up some stuff on it now. I also really enjoyed the posters I had above the bed. Obviously, the sim is very into like adopt, don't shop and cats, and apparently ramen. I love ramen. I really want to get some, and got some little kitty statues and stuff around as well. This is not a limited pack build, but I would say the majority of what I used is from the new pack. But obviously some items will be missing if you don't have all the packs that I did use. But all of my builds before this one that were with Snowy Escape are just base game in Snowy Escape, so hopefully those will be easy for you guys to grab. But this one was my first one, with all of my packs installed, so I was not limiting myself. I was just excited to get started. But we're moving on into the second apartment now. This one I wanted to be more generic, like move-in ready, like maybe this is an open unit that comes with all the furniture already in it. And so it's just as it is, if that makes sense. It's very simple. I did combine a new couch from the new pack with one of the fabricated bed from Eco Lifestyle. I just didn't want to use the same bed in every apartment, so I thought that was a way to kind of make a new one, combine a couch with a bed. And as you can see, like I mentioned, this one is pretty simple. I do change some of the colors in a little while, though. Like the curtains end up being red to bring out the red color in one of the paintings, because the paintings above the bed right now, I keep them where they are. I just changed the swatches of them, and one of them has really pretty red flowers, and I wanted to bring that out in the curtains as well. But this is pretty much the entire layout of this particular apartment. It's very small. It's just a bed, a TV, a kitchen space, and a bathroom. I think it's like the smallest. Actually, I don't know if the one that I just did for the sim and their cat is actually smaller. It just feels more cozy, so it might actually be smaller, or I don't know. I don't know what the sizing is. But we are upstairs now working on the only of the apartments that has 2 bedrooms. And they're very small bedrooms. I imagine this was for a couple and their one child. That is how I decorated it. My English is just not working today. But for the bathroom over here, this bathroom does have the separated out toilet into a separate room. The ones downstairs were studio apartments, very small, so I had the very small bathrooms. And this is the only apartment that doesn't have a shower. It only has a tub. I thought that was kind of fun. You could definitely fit a shower in there as well if you'd like to. I just, for some reason, just wanted to add a tub, and you could see where the bedrooms are going to be. And then we are going to be working on the kitchen space now. I started with these brown counters. I feel like I changed them out. Is this the one where I changed it out for the black counters? I think it is. I generally wanted to keep the color scheme out here very black and white. I quite enjoyed that. and then there to be a little bit more personality in the kids' room, but generally speaking, like just sleek, minimal, simple in here. That's kind of the idea I had. I don't know if that's what I achieved or not, because it just kept adding stuff, so it might not be that minimal, but that was the general idea going into this specific apartment. I also added this lamp from Jungle Adventure. It doesn't particularly match the style, but for some reason I really enjoyed this lamp, so I included that over in the corner. I'm also adding just a small TV space. I think I added TVs to all of the apartments. I know it's not necessary. I think a computer is way more important, and I think only one of the apartments has a computer, the first one that we did. But I just like how it looks to have a TV in a space, not really how it looks, because TVs aren't very pretty. But I mean, it feels more realistic to me because that's just an experience I've had, is having a TV in the living space or in the bedroom or both. That's just personally how I live. I don't really watch regular TV though. It's mostly like YouTube and Netflix and stuff like that. Is anyone watching anything good right now? Let me know. I'm getting off topic. I changed the colors in here a few different times. I really like how this color scheme came out. I did use a lot of black through this apartment and the one upstairs that we're going to be getting to shortly. But the swatch of the couch right here, the black with this beautiful wood tone, is so nice. I think this might be my favorite swatch of this couch, to be honest. It's just really pretty. I also added a couple of these paintings over here from Tiny Living. I just thought they looked nice in this space. And then we're heading on into the bedrooms. We're starting on the kids' bedroom. I had a lot of fun with this one, decorating it. I think kids' bedrooms are just a blast. They are a complete blast to decorate because you can just have so many fun knickknacks and activities and colors. I mean, you can do all of that in any bedroom, but I particularly do that in kids' bedrooms. We have this new little aquarium I put in here, a little light. I got a couple of posters, I think, in here. This little one up here I thought was really pretty. And I believe I do the string lights over here that came with kids' room stuff that have like all the photos of friends and stuff on them. I thought that fit the space pretty well. And of course, that dresser from Tiny Living, since this is such a small bedroom, it was going to be the only way I fit a dresser in. And I think I showed at some point I go back to the apartments downstairs. I might have already done it because the first bedroom or the first apartment, I had forgotten to add a dresser to it, but I did go back and do that. I might have already done that on camera, though. I'm not entirely sure. I just remembered that it was not while I was working on that apartment. It was a little bit later. But this is the master bedroom. It's very neutral. It kind of fits the color scheme, or not exactly the color scheme, but definitely a similar vibe to the rest of the apartment aside from the kids' bedroom. I tend to like to make kids' bedrooms have a little bit more personality and be more specific to a particular sim, whereas master bedrooms I tend to always make match the rest of the house. So this one is no exception. I was really enjoying these side tables from I think they're from the Moschino stuff pack. They kind of feel built in the way I shoved them to either side of the bed like that. I just quite enjoyed that, but that bedroom is pretty much done, just adding a couple of these decorative pieces on the wall to make it a little bit more interesting in there. And then this particular apartment has a massive balcony, like wraps around the building balcony. So just added a couple of chairs out here, and there's also a ton of decorative plants, a little rug. You could definitely add like a barbecue and stuff. There's plenty of space to add to that, but we are upstairs now working on the final apartment here. I didn't originally plan for there to be a loft up here, but it ended up being the best way to fit a bedroom. So figuring that out right now. Adding this loft space, gonna extend it out a little bit further, and there's a ladder up to it because that was the best way to save space. And so I did imagine this was for one or two sims. I was thinking too, and I was thinking they were both really into winter sports. Skiing in particular, probably skiing and like rock climbing. I think those are the two. So I, in the bedroom space later on, end up having the skis that are a place to hang up your coats and like equipment you would need for all of those different mountain sports. And other than that, I have a decal above their bed that is like the mountains. And I think it came out real cute. You'll see it in a little while. I'm getting ahead of myself. But in the kitchen here, I was originally like, let's do bright blue. I got rid of that. And I used this more muted blue tile in the kitchen. And then over here, I am using a cabinet to be kind of the dresser or the stand underneath the TV. I did a wall-mounted TV, but I did that anyway. This is the apartment I'm not sure if I added a trash can in. So I'm going to be on the lookout to see if I added a trash can. If not, maybe I will remember to add one before I upload this to the gallery. If not, that is something very easy to add. And of course, this will be up on the gallery on Friday. Once this pack comes out, you can find it under my origin ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and I will have all of that information in the description down below as well. But we're working on the bathroom here. Very, very simple. Just like the other ones, this one just doesn't have a tub and is using a blue tile instead. And I really loved how the blue and the yellow worked off of each other. And also this apartment has a very small balcony, but I think it's really cute. I really liked this apartment in particular. But up into the loft bedroom space now. I am using a bed from Seasons just because I already used all the other beds. So I felt like we needed to do something different up here. And you'll see the decal that I'm going to use up here. I just thought it was so pretty. Look at it. There's just something so nice about that. So I quite enjoyed that and just adding a dresser. And that's pretty much it. Heading on into screenshots now. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.